What's up, everybody? What is up? How's everybody doing? It's your brother, it's your brother, Sega Man. What's going on, guys? How is everybody doing, man? I hope everybody's doing well. Man, I just wanted to do a quick podcast, real quick, see how everybody's doing. Sega Man on deck. The little topic for today, guys, and we're going to take our time. We're not going to be here too long because I do have to go to work later, but I'm going to be here for a little bit. The topic of this, Big B Money in the house. What's up, my man? See, Big B Money is let me give a shout out to Big B Money, first of all. Let me put my brother on screen. Let me give a big shout out to Big B Money. And let me tell you why. Because Big B Money is straight Xbox, bro. Straight Xbox. So big shouts out to Big B Money. Xbox is king of gaming, and it is. What Big B Money is saying is true and for real. Like these other dudes that I listen to, because I be listening to these dudes in the background. And some of these dudes that have podcasts that are PC dudes, they're cool. They're all right. They have their own opinion. But there's a lot of things, in my opinion, that I think they're wrong about. And the one topic we're going to talk about today, as you see at the top, is Xbox is not nuked. Xbox is not nuked. Okay? You can't come out and say they only sold 4.5 million consoles, 2.5 million. You can't say that. You don't know the numbers. You don't know the analytics. You really don't. Unless you have hard numbers from Microsoft coming out and saying it, like Satya Nadella or Phil Spencer or Sarah Bond or any of the higher ups with Microsoft, you can't actually just come out and just say that. Okay? It's not coming from Microsoft themselves. You're only speculating what you think. Okay? And actually, consoles don't make money. It's software that makes money. And I don't know how many times that I got to keep telling you dudes this. A lot of you dudes out here that are doing these videos that are PC dudes and have PlayStations and Nintendos, that's cool, okay? But I'm here to tell you, Sega Man is an OG out here, and I've been out here for a long time in the gaming before some of you were even born, okay? I'm 52 years old. I have a lot of game systems that I'm looking at right now. A lot of games around me that I own. Game systems that came out before you were even born, before you were even gaming. You don't have to always come out and tell what your gamer score is, all right? You don't need to do that. We know that you're an Xbox gamer. We know you game on Xbox, man. You know what I mean? You're a real dude, okay? And he is a real dude, all right? I don't say names. I don't really put names out there. I don't want to put names out there. He's a real dude, and I like some of his content that he does. But I'm here to tell you that some of the stuff that you do, in my opinion, you're wrong. Xbox is not nuked. Sarah Bond people want to act like they have epilepsy, Big B Money. They want to act like, they have short memory. Sarah Bond already said that there's going to be a new Xbox console that's going to be leaps and bounds beyond the Series X. She said that. People act like she didn't say that when she was sitting with Matt Booty and she was sitting with Phil Spencer. Okay? I'm not blaming Phil Spencer for what happened with Xbox. We all know where that came from, with the price hike, with the games going over, okay? Like I told you guys, Xbox is playing chess, okay? Xbox is not dead. Xbox is not gone anywhere. Xbox is not nuked. They're going to keep bringing out games in Game Pass. They're going to keep bringing out new IP, and they're going to also acquire other consoles. And then there's my boy Unlimited Productions. Man, Unlimited Productions, this is my man right here with the unlimited truth. Are people saying Xbox is dead again? Yes, they are. They're out there saying Unlimited Productions. They're saying that Xbox is nuked. Xbox is not nuked. Okay, there's a couple of guys out here saying it. You know, I'm going to talk to my brother Unlimited in the background. So I'm going to tell him, I'll tell him where I heard it from and stuff like that. And that's cool. If they want to say that, that's fine. You do what you do on your podcast, okay? But Xbox is not dead. Unlimited, I keep telling these dudes out here, they have short-term memory. There's going to be another console. They act like there's not going to be another console. You know, oh man, people crying and whining because you got Gears of War Reloaded that's going on the PS5 and PS5 Pro. Okay, you guys gotta stop crying and being babies. It's a business. Okay, it's a business at the end of the day. In order for them to keep bringing us more games, they gotta get more money some other way. If they're not winning in certain ways, or it's not working in certain ways in the business and company of Xbox, they gotta find other ways to do it. If you love Xbox and you're an Xbox true gamer and bleed green like me, Unlimited, Big B money, people like He Bought, E-Rock, Others Inc., Dea, 4568, Tuck, and Sega Forever, and the beat goes on, and the beat goes on, and the beat goes on and on and on. That's what you have to do. Okay? Them getting our games don't change nothing. They still can't get rid of Xbox. Xbox is not going anywhere. They can make 1,000 videos about Xbox. Xbox is not going anywhere. I keep telling you guys that, man. It's not going anywhere. Okay? If it does go all digital, I don't want it to be all digital because I'm a physical collector. But if it goes all digital, oh well. There's nothing that you can do about it. Okay? This is what they want to do. That doesn't mean that Xbox is going away. Okay? You have digital media. Enjoy what you have. If the future of gaming is going to be all digital, that's just the way it's going to have to be. If they offer you where you can get a drive that you can hook up to it, that's fine. What's up, Remake Station? Remake Station is on fire. I've been seeing him in other podcasts and people reading it like he was in, I think he was in our brother Sega Forever's podcast one night. Shouts out to my Hawaiian brother that bleeds green. He just came out and did he did a great little podcast letting you guys know from the door that he's been Xbox and only Xbox. And I love when he does that. He doesn't buy PlayStation. He doesn't do none of that. And he lets you know from the door that he's always been Xbox. He wants PlayStation to go away. He wants PlayStation to die. That's what he wants, man. You know what I mean? He is a true Xbox dude. And straight in and out, he is. He's a true Xbox dude. You know, from head to toe, Sega Forever is a straight PlayStation dude. Let me catch up to the chat because I don't want to get behind. Unlimited Production says Xbox has a console and hundreds handheld coming next gen, which is true. And I don't know why, brothers, listen, Xbox brothers that are in here now. What's up, Craig Simmons TV? That's another a good brother out here. Great dude that owns all consoles and says how he really feels about when it comes to gaming. Okay, so that's another dude that's real good brother out here is Craig Simmons Gaming TV, bro. You know what I mean? Go check out his channel when he does his stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's a good brother out here. Big B Money. He says, facts. Army Xbox. And then Craig says, what's up, Sega Man? Just got the notification. And yeah, they're stay crying. Meanwhile, Xbox gave us many games. It's crazy. Yeah, and then you know the other thing they say, guys? You know the other thing they say? Well, the thing about you Xbox dudes is you think that Game Pass is going to save you. And Game Pass is going to do this and that. It's not just about Game Pass. Not about this Game Pass. They always got to mention Game Pass all the time and put Game Pass in their mouth. Okay? Game Pass is it. I don't care what you guys say. Game Pass is it. If you don't have the money, with this stuff going on right now, out here, okay, things going up, okay, out here in the world right now, and you are a gamer, okay? Listen, some of these guys out here, when the prices go up of food and everything, gas, whatever, they have to sell their stuff, okay? They have to sell maybe their physical media, their games. You know what I mean? People have to do that. I have done it. I keep it real. I have done it in the past. I have done it. Okay? You have another solution to that, and that's Game Pass. It doesn't matter if it goes up to $25 a month. Okay? And then the 3 months goes up. You still got CD keys that'll help you save money. Shouts out to 100. 100 been saying CD keys for years. Okay, and you get a little discount if you mention him. If you go to CD keys, you save money with Ultimate Game Pass. Okay, that doesn't mean you have to go out and buy $80 to $90 to $100 games, because that's what it's going to end up being, and there's nothing that you can do about it. Like people say, these games are expensive to make, and if you want to get into gaming, it's an expensive hobby. How many times have me and E-Rock told you guys that in the Exile podcast and Unlimited, and He Bought all of us have told you that. It's an expensive hobby, but it doesn't have to be. And you know how? Game Pass. Game Pass, guys. Game Pass for the win. Nintendo doesn't do that. This is the thing. They don't say nothing. They don't say nothing about that, okay? These guys out here saying, yeah, well, at least Nintendo doesn't Nintendo's original. They don't have to put their other IPs on console. Okay, that's cool. But Nintendo's not for everybody. Okay, to me, Nintendo is a kiddie system. I'm just going to be real. I have a Nintendo Switch. I have every right to say how I feel about the Nintendo Switch. I'm not buying a Nintendo Switch 2. It's not worth the money to me. It's just not. Okay? It's not worth it to me. All right? It's just not. I'm not going to buy one. It's not worth the money that they want for it. I don't care what none of you guys out here say that do these podcasts and protect Nintendo. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with Nintendo. If you like Nintendo, rock out the Nintendo Switch. Okay? Go ahead and rock it out. But Nintendo makes mistakes too. See, these guys out here, brothers, Xbox bros, these guys out here think that Nintendo can do nothing wrong. Nintendo has never lowered their price of their original games. It always stays the same. And if they do, like the Marios, the Mario Karts, the Zeldas, the Kirby's, Donkey Kong, whatever, I know. I used to work for GameStop. I know how they work. They told me the ins and outs about all three companies. So I know. And Nintendo never, ever really lowers the price of their games. And you know why? Because they know that you're going to go out and buy that shit. Especially the diehard Nintendo dudes. That's why they said to people when they came out and said, Nintendo, can you please lower the price of the Nintendo Switch 2? What did they say? No. They're not going to lower it. Remake Station. What's up, brother? Let me read Remake Stations. Let me go back. Xbox is not going anywhere. Xbox still sold over 30 to 35 million consoles. That is not a small, and it's not small. That's good. That's very, very good. These guys like to come out here, Remake Station 5. They like to come out here and they like to spew toxicity out here. Okay? They do. And just like I said, it's the software that makes the money, that keeps everything afloat. If you do not support the developer, if you do not support and buy your games or invest in Game Pass, yes, then that could be a problem. But there's a lot of people that invest in Game Pass and buy their IP. You see Unlimited Productions all the time, and Hebot doing videos on the games that they buy, on the controllers that they buy. Sega Forever, myself. We show you that we invest highly into Xbox. We like Xbox. You know what I mean? And we highly invest in it. Okay? For people to come out and say that the Xbox is nuked, you're a goddamn liar. It's not nuked. It's not going anywhere. All right? This is my opinion. If you don't like it, hey, you can bounce. I don't care. The Xbox is not going anywhere. Xbox brothers unite. Okay? And they do go into other podcasts, and I want you guys to keep doing that. Go into other podcasts and give your opinions. Don't be afraid to give your opinions. If you go into their podcasts and you hear the toxicity that they're out there saying about the Xbox gaming community and what's going on in Xbox as a whole, go over there and give your opinion. Remake Station 5 does it. You know what I mean? These guys go out here and they, Other Zinc, which is the king of chat, he goes out and does it. Okay, when he feels he has to. You know what I mean? He's very smart and intelligent when it comes to the numbers, and when it comes to Xbox, Zinc is on point, man. Zinc is on point, and so is the most powerful gamer, Hebot, brother, Unlimited Productions, E-Rock, and all them good brothers. You know what I mean? This is just, you get tired of it. All the time they want to come out and you like Crap Gamer. Boy, that dude, let me tell you, that boy is crying. Boy, man, I think he might be in love with Phil Spencer. I'm not trying to be mean, man, but they said he keeps tweeting them and showing his pictures, and I don't know. Crap, are you still mad because you couldn't get with Titanfall Princess, bro? Are you still mad about that, man? You couldn't get a little trippy trip, with Titanfall Princess? I don't know, man. I mean, I'm saying that in code. You guys know what I mean. He's upset because he couldn't get a little trippy trip. You know what I mean? Maybe he had to, go the other way. That's cool if that's what you want to do, Crap Gamer. But man, you're really making it evidently abundant out here that, man, you're really obsessed with Phil Spencer, bruh. Man, you're putting up pictures, tweets. Boy, you can't leave Phil Spencer. Leave Phil Spencer alone, man. Leave the man alone. He's a family man. Leave him alone, bro. He got a job to do. If Satya Nadella tells him to do something, he got to do it. Stop blaming Phil Spencer. Satya Nadella, look, when you heard Satya Nadella say, brothers, when he said, remember when he said, when he did the little video, you want to have competition? Then let's have competition. That was part of that competition and what's going on right now. And all they're doing is playing chess. They're getting money from Sony. They're soaking money from Sony. The dudes that go out and buy the games, like Forza Horizon, I heard did very well. Indiana Jones and Gears of War Reloaded. I don't know how that's going to do over there. I don't know. I don't have the numbers. I can't say, but I think it's going to do okay over there. And yes, I'm not going to lie to you guys. You guys know I'm a diehard Gears fan. You guys know that. Yes, I was a little skeptical and a little agitated about that. But this is what they want to do. I can't do nothing about that. You know what I mean? All I know, and I'll say this, and I'm not trying to troll. I'm gonna let you Sony guys know. All the brothers that are in here right now, Big B Money, Remake Station 5, Craig, our brother Unlimited Productions. I'm gonna let you guys know right now. When you come on Xbox Live, or you make that account, and it's time to play versus, you better get ready to get your asses handed to you, because them Xbox dudes are gonna give you the business. I'm telling you right now, we are the shooter bros. Okay? We ain't no hoes. We are the shooter bros. And we're going to give you that business. I'm telling you. They're going to know who you are. They're going to give you that business, man. They're going to troll you. Like I'm telling you, they're going to give you that business. Okay? Gamester81 already said he's going to give you that business. Because he likes Gears. He already said when you guys come on there, you got to make a Microsoft account too, I think you have to do. You have to make a Microsoft account. Man, see, Microsoft, you guys don't understand. Like you know what they said? Like these guys right here saying that Sony outsmarted Xbox again. How? How did Sony outsmart Xbox? How? Because they raised the price of their consoles and Sony didn't? Is that all you have to say to that? Microsoft is the ones that are outsmarting Sony. Okay? They're getting money from them. All right? And you got to pay full price. You have to pay full price for the games. It doesn't matter if the game's $30. You still have to pay the full price for what they want the game to be over there. If it's $60 or $70, you're going to have to pay the price. Okay? You still have to pay the price, all right? Let me give you some advice, because you have to pay that full price. If you don't want to do that, okay, get yourself a Series X or Xbox One S, and then get Game Pass. Then you don't have to do that. You know? You don't have to do that. You could have been played these games. The games that we're playing right now, we still play today, they're old. Those are old games. You're paying for our old games. See, you don't got no games. You're paying for our old games. All right? Because you don't got no games. So, it's F you pay me to bring more games over here, more developers, and that's more gaming for us on Xbox. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, guys. All right. We got Remake Station. Now let me put Remake Station 5. Laughing, saying yes. Remake Station says Sony ran PlayStation into the ground. Yes, they did. We got Big B Money. Let me read everybody here real quick. Let me catch up to the chat. I have to start doing that. Big B Money. For real. Like it's not like for real. Like it's or not, Xbox is taking over. Believe it or not. And they are taking over. It's a strategy. Like I said, they're playing chess. And then you have a guy that comes out and says, listen to this, guys, real quick, and I'll start reading more of the chat. There's a dude that was out there on Twitter that actually said Microsoft copies everything that Sony does. Are you kidding me? Really? That's how in denial that they are. They're saying that Microsoft and Xbox copy everything that Sony does. Really? If that was the case, we wouldn't have any games. We don't copy everything that Sony does. Sony copies everything that we do. Let me refresh your memory for the 100th time. Xbox 360 came out with achievements. Who copied that, fellas? Xbox Bros. Who copied that? PlayStation. With PlayStation 3, they made trophies. See, they won't talk about that, okay? They'll try to put a band-aid on it or put a wall up and have some excuse for it. They copied Nintendo. They copied Xbox with achievements. We helped them with Azure servers. We've given them games to try to help them out because they were doing that bad in the gaming department. They have nothing of interest coming out for their console right now. Everybody's talking about the Xbox games that are going over to Xbox. I mean, going over to PlayStation, right? They're talking about all our games that are going over to PlayStation, so PlayStation can have something to play, because they don't have nothing to play over there. That's pitiful that you have a company like Sony that had the Sony PlayStation 2 that was one of the best selling consoles in history, and now they have this PlayStation 5 Pro that just does a little bit more, that don't have no exclusive games to play right now. You're playing our games, and our games are being talked about more on your platform. How pitiful that is as a gaming company to know that Microsoft is putting their games over there and giving you some more notoriety. All right, with Forza Horizon 5, with Indiana Jones, okay, with Doom and Gears. Whether you like it or not, those games belong to Microsoft. They bought the companies and the developers. Call of Duty, for that booty, okay? Call of Duty, for that booty, ain't no nudie, okay? We own all those. They're not yours. They're ours. They're Microsoft and Xbox. Xbox is whipping your ass, okay? I don't care what anybody says. Oh, PlayStation got a one-up on Xbox and outsmarted them again. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Xbox is about money and business, and they take care. They take care of their consumers. They take care of their consumers, okay? And I know a lot of people might get mad at me and don't like some of the things I say, but they take care of their consumers. They take care of me. Unlimited Production, Big B Money, all these dudes out here, you know, that support us. Remake Station 5, he bought Day of 4568, the first lady of Xbox. Tuck, and the beat goes on, and the beat goes on, bro. The beat of Xbox is not going anywhere. Xbox is not nuked. You're duped when you say stuff like that. Xbox is not nuked. It's not going anywhere. This is my opinion. This is my podcast. This is my channel, and I can say what the hell I want to say. And I'm telling you that it's not nuked and it's not going anywhere. Okay? Nintendo cannot hold a candle to Microsoft and Xbox. All right? I don't care if you don't like it or not. They can't. A lot of those games are kiddie games on there, okay? All right? And that's cool. If you like Mario and you like Donkey Kong and you like Diddy Kong Racing and Zelda and Kirby and all those games, that's cool, okay? But that's a kiddie station. All right? I like it for on the go. That's the only thing I like Nintendo for is on the go, playing games on the go. I take it to work. If I have to go to a doctor's appointment and I'm with my family or something like that, you know, if I feel like whipping something out and playing a game or something, I got my Nintendo Switch, okay? It's basically for on-the-go gaming. That is it, on the cheap, okay? That's all that thing is for. And I'm not saying that the games are not good on there. It looks good, docked on the TV. It looks pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? It's cool when you take it with you. Best handheld ever. Nintendo has the best handheld ever. They really do. They do have the best handheld ever, I have to say. You know what I mean? But it's a kiddie system. All right? It is. It's a kiddie system. A lot of you were raised on Nintendo, and I understand that, okay? I had the first Nintendo called the Nintendo Entertainment System. You guys weren't even born yet. You guys weren't even born. Your mom might not have been born yet. Your dad might not have been born yet. I had those systems, bro, so you can't tell me nothing about Nintendo. I have them all right now. I have a Nintendo. I have a regular NES. I have a Super NES. I have a Nintendo 64. I have a GameCube. I have the 3DS. I have a regular DS, a DS Lite, a Nintendo Switch. Okay? So you can't tell me, and I also have a handheld Super NES called the Super Game Boy. So you can't tell me, and I also have a handheld Nintendo. It's made by Famicom or some shit like that, if I can't remember. Yeah, Famicom Mobile 2 or something. It's a little handheld Nintendo. So you can't tell me nothing about Nintendo, my guy. Okay? You can't. You know, I have the systems. I've been playing the games before you were born, my man. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to throw shade, okay, but I'm saying Xbox is not nuked. Xbox is not going nowhere. Xbox is playing chess right now, and Sony is not doing nothing but bringing more money to our ecosystem. Okay, that is it. We're staying Xbox. We're not going to sell our stuff. We're not going to go buy a PlayStation 5. We're not going to buy a PlayStation 5 Pro. Okay, because we're not hoes. We're not going to do that. Okay, we're Xbox bros. Go out there, look, go to their channels. Go to their channels and say, and if you have an opinion about what they're saying about Xbox, give your opinion. Give your opinion. Let them know from the door. You know, let them know from the door, man. Look at what Ren is saying right here. $800 console can't even run the new Doom at a lock 60 frames per second. And you know, id Software are honest people. They won't intermittently glimp. They won't mess up they won't glimp the PS5, and that's true. They're not going to do that. But that's a you know what? And brother Ren, thank you for coming and joining us, man, in the chat. He's spitting facts there, bro. He's spitting facts there, man. This is what I'm talking about. Like, you have these PlayStation dudes also out here coming down here damage controlling that the Pro is more powerful than a PC gaming rig. I don't understand these guys, man. They are the worst in the gaming community. They are so toxic, and they are so in denial, because it's called the denial station. Okay, the denial station and the PlayStation ponies are so in denial about everything when it comes to Sony. I'll give them that. They're trying to say that the PS5 Pro is even more powerful than a PC gaming rig. You know, VG Fight School, he does a lot. He does a lot of that on his channel. You know, trolling the guys because they troll him. You know, talking about that because he's a PC dude. Now, I believe he does have his Xboxes, and I believe he has a PlayStation 5 too. But he brings up good points about that. See, I listen to all these dudes: Gamester, AGN. VG Fight School. I listen to all these dudes. I don't have no problem with them. I don't. It's their opinion on how they feel about gaming, and that's fine. They're gamers, regardless. If they're PC gamers, they're gamers, and that's cool. I respect that. Okay, but you're going to respect me back, because this is how I feel about Xbox and being a console owner and gamer. I have a PC. I'm doing right now. I'm doing this podcast on my laptop. Okay, it's a HP. You know, it's a AMD Ryzen 5 NVIDIA GeForce GTX. My lovely wife bought it for me at one Christmas. She bought me a nice laptop, and I don't just use it for that. If I want to right now, I can hop on my PC, my Ultimate Game Pass on my laptop right now, and I could play some Xbox games. You know, I played the Medium on it when I didn't have the Series X, guys. When my brother's Unlimited Production and he bought, and the Don King of Xbox, E-Rock X, and Tuck had Series X's, I was still rocking out the One X. Okay, and he bought. Man, he really fought hard. And really got me. Brother Hebe, I'm gonna tell you guys real quick. Brother Hebot's a good brother out here. He knew I wanted one. He worked hard and went out there and grind and got me one, bro. He did. Big shouts out to Brother Hebot. It was going to be a gift from my wife to me, the Series X, and Hebot got me one, and it got here like that. With a snap of their fingers, man, it was here. Hebot got me one. And I was so happy, so happy, guys. Big shouts out to Brother Hebot. He also got other Xbox bros out here in the gaming community. Xboxes, I'm not going to mention any names because I don't want to do that. But he did help the gaming community out. That's what a true Xbox gaming bro or Xbox gaming bro or gamer period does, man. He's a true ass gamer. So big shouts out to my brother, the most powerful gamer, Hebot, man. Hebot helped the Xbox gaming community out. And then people got mad at him for that. Did you know that people actually got mad at Hebot for getting us Xboxes, bro? Seriously. I'm not going to mention no names, but there's a dude out there that actually got mad because he was helping out his Xbox brothers. That's some petty shit. You know what I mean? Don't mean to cuss a lot, but that's some petty crap, man. For you to get mad because our brother Hebot got us Series X's that we paid for, but brother Hebot found us and got us one because at the time you couldn't get them like that, and he got us one. So big shouts out to brother Hebot. Let's go on with the chat, man. Big B Money. I sold my Xbox One X for the house, but I got an Xbox S and I love Game Pass. That's what's up, bro. You have to do that sometime. There's nothing wrong with that, man. There's no shame in that game. Sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to do that, man. You know what I mean? There's just certain things that you have to do. You know? What you going to do? You going to starve? You going to let your kids and family starve if you have a family? Hell no, you're not going to do that. You're going to sell your shit. If you work and you're not making enough money and you know you have a whole gaming entourage downstairs that's worth thousands of dollars, you're going to sell that stuff. He said it in his video. If something was to happen to him, it's an investment. And he's right. He's right. His collection of games and statues, that's an investment. My collection of video games and consoles and stuff like that is an investment. It's an investment. One of the most expensive consoles to collect for fellas, and you guys know this, DOGs, is the Sega Saturn. I own 2 Sega Saturns, not one. Model 1, Model 2. I have Model 1 of the Dreamcast also, and I have Model 2 of the Dreamcast, which is the black Dreamcast, which is the sports one, and the white one. It doesn't matter if you're black or white. You know what I mean? I have them both. Okay? I have a lot of Sega Saturn games that are worth money, bro. It's an investment. I have a lot of Sega Genesis games that are worth over $100 a piece. They're way over, some of them. And it's an investment. Do you understand? A 3DO, a TurboGrafx 16. These are expensive systems, man. You know? And this is a really good investment to have all these systems, man. Because if you need to run, if you have to, you don't have the money, if you don't have the money and you need money, what you gonna do? You gotta eat, right? Your family gotta eat. Your family comes first. They gotta eat. So that's what you have to do, man. If you have to sell your shit, you gotta sell your shit. There's nothing you can do about it. You can replenish that. You can't replenish your family. You can replenish gaming because gaming is going to be here after we're gone. So it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? And then Will Be Money says, yes, all day, year, Army, geez. Okay. I guess are you talking to Ren? For real. Yeah, they're talking. Remake Station. They need to put a, what does that say? Restraint order on crap. Stocking Phil like on like an X. That's what he's doing. Remake Station 5. If you're still here, brother, that's what he's doing. Why are you stalking Phil Spencer, man? What is wrong with you? What are you doing, crap? What are you doing, crap gamer? Why are you stalking that man? What's wrong with you, dude? You that mad at Phil Spencer? Why you want to blame Phil Spencer? Phil Spencer, what's up, Adidas? I see you, brother. I'm gonna shout you out. I see you. Why are you blaming Phil Spencer, man? It's not Phil Spencer's fault, bro. Why are you blaming him? Satya Nadal at the end of the day says how it is. It's Satya that says what we're gonna do. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. I'm telling you, you got that guy on board. He's a smart dude. Satya Nadella, he's a smart, them some smart dudes. He's running Microsoft. Okay, and if you want to call it, like they'll say, like, you know, guys out here say it's not Xbox gaming anymore, it's Microsoft gaming. It's okay, it's Microsoft gaming then. All right, it's Microsoft gaming then. Xbox is part of Microsoft. Microsoft is part of Xbox. It's a big family. It's a cohesive unit. You can say what you want to say. You can call it Microsoft Gaming. Microsoft Gaming is winning because they're playing chess. They're the big boys out here. Nintendo cannot light a candle, hold a candle to Microsoft, and you guys know that. PlayStation also cannot hold a candle to Microsoft. It's just like McMahon. Let me give you guys a really good analogy. When the WCW was out and they came up with the NWO was destroying the WWF when it came to like talent and creativity in wrestling. The NWO took over for 83, I think it was 83 months, something like that, 83 months. They were killing them. And I liked the NWO, and I liked the WCW over WWF. I did. WWF is still here, though, right? Isn't WWF still here? And why are they still here? See, WCW, right, woke up a sleeping giant, which was Vince McMahon. That he capitalized on that and destroyed what they were doing over there. They woke up a sleeping giant and he was mad and he capitalized, tripled down on that, and they went out of business. And guess what happened? McMahon bought WCW and he went on TV and let you know about it. That's right, I own WCW now in the NWO. Do you see what I'm saying? Microsoft and Xbox is the WWF, okay, of gaming. I'm just using a different analogy, mixing it up. WW, it's not WWF anymore. Okay? And this is what these companies are doing. Microsoft can buy those two companies with no problem, and they know it. Nintendo cannot hold a candle to Microsoft, okay? And you guys know that. You guys are not going to say that. If you're true gamers, then come out and say that. Because you know that they don't have deep pockets as much as Microsoft. They don't. Sony does not either. And Sony's been out here longer in the gaming than Microsoft was. All right? Facts. We Xbox fans don't play. Right, we don't. Ran. Gears Reloaded on PS5 will help the multiplayer. Yes, many will be scared off, but some will stay. And after a few years, it won't take as long to find a match. And you know what? Rent, that's cool. But you know what? They're going to be scared. Because I'm going to tell you what. You're going up against some, I'm telling you, I've been gaming on Gears since day one. And I'm telling you, you PlayStation dudes, we're the shooter bros. We're the shooter bros. And you guys are the hoes. Just saying. We're the shooter bros. And you're not, we're gonna hand your butt to you. I'm telling you. Once you get on that, we'll do the verses. All right. I'm telling you, you're gonna get destroyed. You can't. This is one thing you're not. You can't. We're the shooter bros. Like you guys always said, we're the shooter box. You're right. We're the king of shooters when it comes to Halo. When it comes to Call of Duty. Gears, Halo, all the shooter games. We're king. And you're gonna get your ass handed to you in Gears. I'm telling you, you are. They're gonna be looking for you. I'm telling you. I know what I'm talking about. I know the Xbox bros, and they're going to be looking for you because you guys are talking smack. There's a couple guys out there talking smack, thinking they're going to do something to us in Gears. You just wait. Oh, what is this? Timothy Dog got that restraining order too. Tim Dog too. Is he talking about Tim Dog? You talking about Tim Dog too? Big B money. Sony is trash. A trash can. Right now, what no one party games. What's up, Adidas 20? Adidas 20 in the house? I'm going to pick up Gears on. Look, let's read Craig Simmons, okay? Then I'm going to go in a little bit, guys. Probably about another half hour. Let's read Craig Simmons. Craig Simmons, our brother, said, I'm going to pick up Gears on PS5 just so I have a reason to turn it on outside of updating it. This is what I'm see. Craig, listen. Craig got a PS5. Unlimited Productions got a PS5. He bought the most powerful gamer, got a PS5. A lot of these brothers in here have PS5s. Okay, if they don't, they have a PS4, like me. Okay, if they don't have a PS5, I can guarantee you that a lot of these Xbox brothers have PS4s. Okay, and they play on the system because there's certain games that you can't play on Xbox. These are gamers. At the end of the day, Xbox bros are gamers. At the end of the day, they're gamers, and some of them have Switch. Some of these brothers in here have all consoles, current gen, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S or X, or a PlayStation 4 or a Switch. Okay? Like me. I have a PlayStation 4. You guys already know the drill. I'm not going to keep telling you on over why I have it. I have it for certain games, and that's it. But I'm an Xbox dude, straight up, in and out. I bleed green. But I like to play on other consoles because at the end of the day, I'm a collector and I'm a gamer. I go back to playing my Dreamcast. I'll go back to playing my Sega. I might turn my Sega Saturn on and play X-Men Children of the Atom, the arcade version. You know, games like that. You know? Different things like that. You know what I mean? So, these dudes are not out here lying. They're not out here just coming in here trolling. You know what I mean? Or just trolling and talking how they feel about PlayStation. They have PlayStations. You know what I mean? Big B money. Facts. I'm loving Xbox games too. Like Forza. And now Doom. Doom. Look, the update just came out yesterday, guys. Big update. Huge update. And I have a 1 terabyte expansion card in the back of the Series X. Bro, I still had to take out games, man. I had to take out a couple games. You know? It was a big, huge update. But I can always play those games on the cloud. Which ones did I take out? I can always play those games on the cloud, though. You know what I mean? I had to take out the one game I was playing. What game was I playing on there? What game was I playing on there? That everybody's like loving, man. I can't remember the name of it right now. But I can't remember the name of it right now. But there's a couple of games that I had to take out, man, because, you know, these games, that's another thing. They acquire all this memory. You know what I mean? These games acquire all this memory, man. You know? You know, like Doom and all that. Those games, they you know, they acquire a lot of money, man. You know, I mean, a lot of memory. You know, look, Avowed, you know, look at Avowed, you know, then people are even talking shit on Avowed, saying Avowed failed. Did you know that, brothers? Xbox brothers, did you know there's some people out here talking about saying that Avowed failed? That it was a weak game, that it failed. Please. That was a fantastic game. An awesome game. Okay, and at the time, those other consoles didn't have no game like that, and they weren't playing and having the experiences like that we have on Xbox. They're out here saying that Avowed failed. Really? They did not fail. Avowed did not fail. Excuse my language. They did not fail. It's a fantastic game. And we beat it. I beat the game. All right? It's a fantastic game. So don't tell me it failed. It did not fail. Okay? That's a bunch of bull crap. It's a fantastic game. We have fantastic games on here, man, that are doing very, very well. Okay? What's the new RPG called, guys? I can't remember right now what the new RPG is called, man. It's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good, man. It's actually really, really good. Look, we just got Warhammer Vermintide. We got Salvage Planet. We got Ninja Turtles Unleashed. Dragon Ball Z. Call of Duty. There's a lot. Expedition 33. That's the one. I had to uninstall. I had to uninstall the new Elder Scrolls. Did I uninstall that? Did I uninstall that one? No, I didn't uninstall that, but I had to uninstall Expedition 33. and uninstall something else. There's all kind of games in Game Pass right now that's been dropping like crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 games already. 7, 8. Okay? New games that have been dropping in Game Pass, and you guys have the nerve to say that it's just not about Game Pass. Please, give me a break. Give me a break. There's no other game system out here that has and gives you the value of Ultimate Game Pass. I just named all those games for you. Warhammer Vermintide, Salvage Planet, the Ninja Turtles, Dragon Ball. All these games, Expedition 33, which is a fantastic game. They want to talk shit on that too. You know what I mean? Doom is got, like Ren said, Doom is fire. Got that early access Doom. Slayer feels like a tank in this game. Sweet. Sweet. This is what I'm talking about. Like I did it for, let's not forget South of Midnight. A masterpiece of a game. A masterpiece. South of Midnight is a masterpiece. Atomfall, another great game. Another great game. So don't tell me that Game Pass is not it. Game Pass is it. And you guys are butthurt because it's not on your preferred console. If you do get these games, you have to pay for them. You have to pay for them, and then it comes back to us over on the Xbox ecosystem, and we get more and more games. And you get our leftovers. Okay? The PlayStation is the leftover station. Okay? The PlayStation is called the leftover station. That's my new motto. The leftover station gets our leftover games. Okay? Because we're eating good over here, and you're getting the leftovers. Okay? So enjoy those leftovers. When you pay for those leftovers, it's over. Because we're getting more games over here. Because we're eating good over here because of you buying and purchasing our leftovers. So I want to thank you and give you a little hand clap. Thank you, PlayStation 5 Pro, that just does a little bit more for buying our leftovers. So we can eat better and more fresh over here. You can enjoy those leftover games, okay, like we've been enjoying, like Gears of War Ultimate. We've been enjoying that. So enjoy our leftovers. And thank you for purchasing our games like Indiana Jones and like Forza Horizon 5 is a leftover. Still a great game. And you have to pay more, actually. And remember, you got to get that Microsoft account if you want to play with us on Gears, I believe. So what I want to tell you is thanks a lot for supporting Xbox. I really appreciate it. Keep buying our leftovers so we can eat good over here. Okay, I really appreciate you guys for that. The leftover station, enjoy that. Enjoy our leftovers, man. That's all I got to say. And that's going to be my new motto from now on. The leftover station, enjoy our leftover games, and thank you for supporting Xbox and giving us more money for brand new, fresh games so we can eat so good over here and have a fresh truckload of games to feed on, bro, while you eat our leftovers. So thanks a lot, man. You ain't hurting nobody over here. You're not. You're not hurting nobody over here on Xbox. You're not hurting Big B Money. You're not hating Remake Station 5, Ren, Unlimited Productions, all of us. You're not hurting us, Craig Simmons TV. You're not hurting us. You're not hurting Adidas. You're not hurting us. You're making things better. You're making things a lot better for buying our games. We really appreciate you, man. And Big B Money said, and we own Doom. And all the laughing emojis. Look at that. Look at that, ponies. Look at that. Game Pass is killing. Game Pass is king of gaming and Xbox. And it's true. Big B Money again. Xbox Series S very beats PS5 Pro and Doom. You know what? They even did, I think they did a comparison against the Xbox Series S against the regular PS5. And I think they said in some sorts it was better than certain things that ran on there, if I remember correctly. You know what I mean? And then Craig Simmons says, man, I still have my... Oh, do you? That's cool. That's cool, Craig. He said, look, I still have my NES. I have my Super Nintendo, original 64. PlayStation 1, 5, 2. Look, Dreamcast, Sega, Xbox, OG, 2 Xbox 360s, Xbox One, Look at all this. Look at all this. Me and Craig are in the same boat. Most of the systems you on there, I have. Craig is an OG gamer out here. Do you think I'm not going to believe his opinions and what he has to say about gaming? He's been out here. This is what I'm talking about. You have these new, fresh dudes out here, okay? They think they know what they're talking about, and they don't. Gamester is an OG. Gamester is an OG, I believe. Gamester is definitely an OG. Check out Gamester. He's funny, too. I like the way... I like the way Gamester does his little crying act when he has Dreamcast Live and Retrash Gaming. He'll go, Xbox, everybody want an Xbox. I like when he does that. I'd be at work cracking up, man. It's hard to do some work sometime because he has me cracking up, man. Because he's saying that these guys are whining and crying because he calls it out. He calls out the Nintendo, them talking about the new Nintendo Switch 2, PlayStation. He calls all that out. He's an OG out here. I like him. He's different. I like Gamester. You know what I mean? He's different, man. I like that dude. You know what I'm saying? But look, Craig Simmons right here. Look, he's telling you what he has. Yeah, VG Fight School is good as not about being a PC on PC. But see, in Xbox, I love cross-play in games. Yes, I do too, Ren. And look, I have no problem. I have absolutely, Ren, 100% no problem with PC gamers. I don't. Dea, the first lady of Xbox, she has a Series X, but she's also a PC gamer. We love Dea, and we're so glad that she's part of our Xbox unit. You know, she is. She's our lady of Xbox, the first lady of chat, aka first lady of Xbox. That's what I call her, the first lady of Xbox. She's very mature. She knows what the hell she's talking about when it comes to gaming. She's very knowledgeable. And I have no problem with PC gamers at all. I don't. Because I game on my laptop. I do. If I don't want to put on my Xbox, and let's say I'm watching Netflix or I'm doing something else, I don't want to put on my Xbox. I still have my Xbox One X, just like he said. I have the original Xbox One S and the Series X, and I have two OG Xboxes, the first Papa Xboxes. I got two of those, and I have two Xbox 360s, and I also have an original Xbox One, Papa Xbox One. The Frankensteiner box, you guys call it the 720p box, that had more games that came out before. We had more games than your lineup of PS4. Remember that? Noonie Cooney? Knack? That was just a snack. We had the better lineup of games that came out on the OG Xbox than PlayStation 4 had, guys. You guys remember that? I don't need to name them. You guys know what they are. You guys know what the games are, man. Rise, Son of Rome. What's the other one? Rise, Son of Rome. What else was it that came out? Was it Forza 5, I think? Killer Instincts. We had the better lineup of games, man. We had the better lineup of games back then. They had more games that came out on the original OG Xbox One than the PlayStation 4. We had the better lineup of games. I think, Dead Rising 3. What's the other fun game we had? Man, what's that one game had? I just played it the other day. I just played that. I forgot the name of it right now. But we had the better lineup, man. Look at all the brothers in here just spitting facts, bro. Big B Money, right. Life is hard sometimes, but enjoy Xbox right now. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're all doing, man. It's not PlayStation. It's Sony Interactive Entertainment. All the brothers out here. Oh, it's WWE now. Yeah, they had to change it. You're right, brother. You're right. They had to change it. Craig, I don't play the Switch at all. At last one time, took months before I found it. Some people don't like the Switch. I bought the Switch Well, I didn't buy the Switch. My beautiful wife, lovely wife, bought me the Switch. It was an anniversary gift, and then she went and got the Switch too, so we could play games together. My wife, I don't like talking too much about my family on here, but my wife, we game together sometime, and we got Switches together, and it was nice, and it was nice of her to do that for me because she knows I'm a gamer. You know what I mean? And I like to take it on the go. Like I said, I take it to work. I've been playing a lot of Streets of Rage 4 on there, beating the shit. I got all the characters, on there, and stuff like that. And I buy it for certain reasons too, But when you look on their store, right, their games for Mario and all that, they're still expensive. $53? No, I'm not giving you $53 for an old ass game. I'm not. You're not getting it. And the only reason why they don't lower the prices of their games on the Switch is because they know these Nintendo dudes are going to buy it, or the mothers and fathers are going to buy it for their kids. That's why they don't lower it. That's why it's the kiddie system. It's the kiddie system in a way. Okay? There is older guys that grew up on it and like the Switch, and that's cool, but it's marketed towards kids, basically. Xbox is marketed towards more of the adult gamer and the PlayStation. All right, it is what it is. That's what it is. Okay? Remake Station. Avowed is not a failure. It's my favorite game in this gen. Yes, it is not a failure. It's definitely not a failure. And you got people out here saying that. Xbox all day. Pitt resisting daily. What's up, brother? Thank you for coming and joining me, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you for coming and joining me, man. Thank you for coming into the chat, brother, of the podcast. Appreciate you. Thank you. Come back, man. Come back again. You're always welcome. Thanks for coming, man. That's cool. That's cool. Let's see it. We got Big B Money. What a masterpiece. It was a great game. Expedition 33, loving it. Thanks to Game Pass. That's Craig saying that. This is what I'm saying. These are all gamers out here that are in the chat right now. All right? And they go to other podcasts and they listen to these other dudes. They know what these dudes are saying. Okay? The guys I listen to, I know they listen to because I've seen them in there. I've seen them in there. We're eating good. Yes, sir. Yes, we are. We are eating good over here, brother. We are eating good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I mean? Thank you for coming, brother. I appreciate that. Warhammer Vermintide 2. It's a great game. I played a little bit of it. I'm going to tell you what. That game, man. That game requires a lot of gigs, bro. I had to play it on the cloud. But guess what? On the cloud, it looks beautiful. It even looks beautiful on the cloud, man. Let me see what this is. I actually own it. I actually own Vermintide. I had this game for a while. I actually own this game. I forgot I owned the goddamn game. That's how many games I got. You got to know how many games I got, guys? I got over 2,000 games, man. This game is 88 gigs. It's a lot of gigs. I'm counting physical too, though. I'm counting physical and digital. Over 2,000. It might even need near 3,000. I own a lot of games, man. I do. So you can't tell your brother Sega Man doesn't support gaming. You can look at my report card. You can go look at my gamer score. Okay? You gotta look at my. Let me tell you my gamer tag. Sega Man 101. Look it up. Look it up. Look at my game score. All right. I don't like to really talk about that because I think people, when they have to mention like these other podcasts that go say, yeah, go look at my game score. Yeah, I play on Xbox. Yeah. That means you're trying to prove something. I don't really have to prove anything to anybody. I don't have to prove nothing shit to them. But if you want to know for shits and giggles, it's Sega Man 101 and go look and see my all-time gamer score. I play games, man. I own a lot of games, man. I've been a gamer for years. Like I said, before some of you were even born. You know what I mean? I'm talking about gaming back in the early to late 70s. You guys weren't even born. You know what I mean? My first system was not an Atari. You know what my first system was? My mother's boyfriend at the time Got tired of playing it, and he didn't want it anymore. He made money. He worked for the city. He made good money. He had a big ass projection TV where we had to screw in the color bulbs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? You had to screw in the color bulbs. It was a wood chest looking thing. And you had to screw in the blue and red, green bulbs or something. And it was a big, huge ass projection screen. You know what he was playing on that? ColecoVision. The most expensive game system back then. He gave it to me. My very first game system that I ever got, was handed down from my mom's boyfriend at the time, was a ColecoVision with the expansion module, which I still have today, with a slew of games. So I was eating good over here back then. He gave it to me. You know how much that cost back then? It was way better than the Nintendo, way better than the Atari. It was the most expensive console back then. It was the ColecoVision, and your boy Sega Man had it because my mom's boyfriend at the time gave it to him. He got tired of gaming, so he gave it to me. He didn't even have it that long. He gave it to me. That was my first console. It was a ColecoVision, not an Atari 2600. I'm not knocking it, but I was playing a game called The Smurfs. The graphics were awesome. It looked like 8-bit graphics before the Nintendo came out. You know what I mean? That's what I had. You know, that's giving you guys a little bit of history. You know? South of Midnight was awesome. Yes, it was. Very awesome. I'm going to say that's game of the year. We're not going to go with the Bias Awards because he's not going to nominate that at all. We're not going to go with the Bias Awards. But I'm going to say it can be nominee for Game of the Year, South of Midnight. The Bias Awards, forget it. You're not going to see it on there. You're not going to see it on. They'll have some little, little rinky-dink game from PlayStation win the Bias Awards. You know what I mean? Xbox has so much variety from Starfield to Hellblade 2 and Doom. Yes, I forgot about Hellblade 2, which our brother Remake Stations said I did play that. I'm stuck somewhere on it. I got to go back to it. Doom, Dark Ages, Avowed, and South of Midnight. So much variety, which is so true. And facts, brother, Remake Station. Remake Station, I see him in the chats. Another podcast, man. He be giving them the business sometime in there too. I see. Ninja Gaiden is coming. That's right. Ninja Gaiden is also coming. Big B Money is right. Ninja Gaiden is also coming. We're eating great with Game Pass all year. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Well, guys, I got to get out of here, man. It's 10:30. I want to just come in and wanted to do this little podcast because I'm tired of people downing on Xbox and saying, you know, the system is nuked. It's not nuked. All right. The system is not. Xbox is not nuked. And PlayStation did not pull a fast one on Xbox. No, they didn't. They didn't outsmart anything. If they outsmarted them, if they outsmarted Xbox, why does Xbox got to keep them afloat with our games? Can you answer that question, my man? If they outsmarted Xbox, why is Xbox keeping PlayStation afloat with our games over there? Forza Horizon 5, Gears of War Reloaded, Indiana Jones. So, that's not true. That is not true. They didn't pull no fast one on anything. We're keeping PlayStation alive. Satya Nadella is keeping PlayStation alive. Okay? They have nothing to play over there. Nothing. All right? I seen videos that they're doing. They're all excited. They're all excited for Xbox games coming over there. They are. Then you got people crying and whining. Oh, man. I don't think I need to buy the new Xbox because they're just coming over to PlayStation. I don't think I need to buy a new Xbox. You were never really an Xbox dude, my man. Crying about that. I don't think I need to buy one. Since Gears is leaving, man, I don't know. Shut the hell up. It's a win-win for us over here, the real Xbox dudes that bleed green. And the women of Xbox. Let's not forget about our ladies of X that are true to Xbox. Let's not forget about our ladies. You know what I mean? We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going anywhere. We're not going and trading in our Xboxes. We're not going and buying PlayStations and just sticking with PlayStation. We're not going to trade in our Xbox for a Switch 2. The Switch 2 is not the end all be all. It's not. It's not. It's not even that powerful. It's okay. All right. It's okay. All right. And you talk about new games. Yeah, some of them are kind of new, but you know, when you played Mario Kart, you played them all. Okay? When you played Mario Brothers, you practically played them all. Okay? You can say it about Gears. You guys can say it all you want about Gears or Forza or whatever. Okay? But Microsoft brings you different variety of games, more than Nintendo and more than PlayStation with ID at Xbox. We get more variety over here. You guys forget about that. See, they don't mention nothing about that, brothers. We have more creativity over here with South of Midnight. That's the name one of them. South of Midnight creativity. Okay? Avowed creativity. Okay? Expedition 33 creativity. Just named a few games right there for you that are new and that have all three are different creativities and art styles of games. There's more creativity over here on Xbox, man. Xbox is the melting pot of gaming. It is. It is the Netflix of gaming with Ultimate Game Pass. And guess what? I like it. I love it. I love it. Keep bringing it because I'm going to keep supporting it. I'm going to keep supporting it because you guys have absolutely nothing to play over there. When I turn on my PlayStation 4, they always tell you, if you want to play this game and enjoy it better, you need to upgrade to PS5. It's cross-gen. You guys are holding back gaming. PlayStation is holding back gaming. The PlayStation 5 Pro that just does a little bit more is holding back gaming because you still got PS4s out there and still making games for PS4. You're the one holding back gaming. It's not Microsoft and Xbox. It's PlayStation. Right? So on that note, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I want to thank everybody for coming and joining me this morning for this little podcast, slight little rant, you know. So let's start with Big B Money. Thanks, brother, for coming and joining me. I really appreciate you. You know, you're always welcome to come back, brother. Always, man. Really appreciate you. Much respect, Big B Money. Much respect to my brother, Unlimited Production, that's on fire, that just did great video of these great controllers, man. Let me put my camera on real quick. Now I got one. He got them both. And this was from a gift from Poseidon. You guys seen this. Let's put that on real quick, man. Check that bad boy out. That was from Poseidon. He didn't have to do that, man, but he gifted me the Doom controller, man. I'm not even going to open it. It's just going to stay in its box. You know? It's a collector item for me. I'm not even gonna. I opened it to look at it, but I'm not gonna play on it. You know, I got my Elite. You know, I'm gonna keep it in the box like my 20th year edition Xbox controller. It's a big shout out to brother Poseidon and his family. Hope you're doing well, my man. We really miss you out here in the gaming community, man, and hopefully we'll be able to do a collaboration with you soon on maybe talking about the Sega Saturn. Big shout out to you, Poseidon ADOS, man, my brother. Thank you so much for everything you do for us out here in the gaming community. Big shout out to Smitty Smith, also that be doing a lot for us out here in the gaming community. He comes in sometimes, but he also helped us out. He gave us codes for when we were getting our channels going. He helped us move forward by giving out free codes and games and different things like that. So big shouts out to him too. Big shouts out to Craig Simmons TV, man. Good brother. Always appreciate you. You know that. Remake Station 5, man. It's always good to see you in here, my good brother. Holding that flag of Xbox. Waving that flag high in the sky. We bleed green. Like we got the Xbox flag and we got the Xbox shield like Captain America. Waving that in the sky, man. You know, enjoy Xbox, man. Enjoy Xbox. Ren, thank you for coming and joining us, man. I really appreciate you, my brother. You know, it's good to see you. Adidas 20. All the brothers that come out here and support me, support Unlimited Productions, the real true Xbox podcasters, you know who they are. Pitt Daily, thank you for coming, man, and joining us, man. I really appreciate you, man, for coming out here and being part of our crew out here. So big shout to the chat, because without the chat, I wouldn't be here. Honestly, they keep me going. when I do these podcasts is by myself, or if I do it with my brother E-Rock with the Exile podcast. We are working in the background to get that going again. We will have that going. You know what I mean? Soon. Like, we're going to do it twice a month. We're talking about twice a month, okay? We're going to be doing that. We're going to bring it back and try to bring it back in full effect with the Exile podcast. That's how I started. I started with my brother, E-Rock, the Don King of Xbox, artist formerly known as. So, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get some lunch here soon. I got to go to work. Got to get that grind on. You know, I got some things coming up that I'm doing with the family that I'm excited for this weekend. And I need to try to do a podcast with brother Tuck. Tuck, big shots out to you, man. Thank you, Unlimited. I appreciate you, man. You know that. Thank you so much. I missed the podcast. I wanted to be on with the podcast with you the last time. I missed the invite when you did the little podcast. So you know I'm always supporting the Unlimited Truth. So anytime you feel like you go live and you want to do another podcast, send me a link, brother. You know I got your back. You know I'm with you all the way when you do the podcast, my brother. And I hope you have a great day, my man. And I hope everything went good for your Mother's Day, for your mom, your family, all you guys. I hope you guys had a great Mother's Day. If your mother's still with you, you know, if you have a wife, you know, a girlfriend that, you know, has your kids, I hope you guys had a happy, happy Mother's Day. My wife really enjoyed the Mother's Day that me and my kids gave her. You know what I mean? Put down the controllers, guys. Enjoy your family. Then get back to gaming when you can. All right? Peace and love, guys. Xbox for life. We don't die. We multiply. And remember, baby, we are eating good over here. You know what I mean? PlayStation, ponies, sit your whack asses down. Enjoy the leftover station and the leftover games that we give you, all right? Now you're eating good over here because of us. Peace.